Jesse Ventura rose to fame and earned the nickname The Body as a professional wrestler, and he became the governor when he successfully ran for governor of Minnesota in 1998. Well, now Jesse Ventura is a best-selling author. His new book is called American Conspiracies, Lies, Lies, and More Dirty Lies That the Government Tells Us, an explosive look at what he believes are cover-ups by the U.S. government. Governor Ventura, good morning.
Good morning.
That is some title.
Well, you know, I can't take credit for that. You know, the publishers do get a little leeway when you write a book, and so I'm not responsible for the title. In fact, the title scared my wife.
Oh, well.
She said, "You're going to put your name on this?" And I said, "I'm afraid so."
Well,
you know, but they came up with the title. But everything inside the book is mine, though.
Okay.
And Dick Russell, my co-writer. I want to give Dick credit because Dick did the yeoman's work on all the investigating and you know, digging in to get all the knowledge. And then, of course, when you do a book like this, it's really like throwing a jigsaw puzzle on the floor. And you have to do it piece by piece, put it together until you develop. And will you ever get the whole picture? No. But you'll get enough of the picture to understand what it's about.
You're talking about what you say are alternative theories to what everybody is studying in school, what they're learning from the history books. In fact, you go on to write about some things that people really basically don't believe are debatable. For example, you talk about John Wilkes Booth, which is debatable, Lee Harvey Oswald, James Earl Ray, Sirhan, men who were responsible for the deaths of 4 presidents. And you basically say that these men are part of what you call the lone nut theory, which you don't buy into. Why not?
No. I mean, to me, you're telling me, I grew up in the 60s, and all of these guys were killed by lone nuts who never spoke to anyone, never planned anything.
Why don't you believe that?
And yet, they were failures, supposedly, at everything else in life, but hugely successful when it came to assassinating someone. And let me make this is not stuff I make up. Everything in this book is documented. If you look, there'll be a little number after every paragraph. You can go right to the book. So this is not my imagination running wild. This is based upon facts, many of them government documents.
The biggest government cover-up in your lifetime, you say, is the assassination of JFK, and you go so far as to outright say that there was a second gunman, and you're making a conclusion that the Warren Commission did not.
Absolutely.
How do you do that?
Well, the 1978 House Select Committee came out and said it was a probable conspiracy, so now you have 2 government agencies that contradict each other, and yet no one investigates it. And the key to this are the 3 bullets. It's not the magic bullet, it's not the headshot, it's the one that missed, because that had to be a near miss. And if you go to where it hit on the ground and injured Mr. Teague, it's 22 feet wide and 22 feet high and 33 feet wide from the target area.
And you say what the constant in all of these assassinations, virtually all of them, is starting with Kennedy, is the CIA.
What are you
implying? Why are you implying with that?
I'm not implying anything. That's the documents. That's where it leads you. The common denominator is always the Central Intelligence Agency to a great many of these. And it's not me making it up. You know, I didn't make this book up. I offer opinions at the beginning of chapters and at the end of chapters, but everything in it is all documented off government documents, other articles, interviews that people have given, and everything of that.
The biggest bombshell of the book is your writing that, quote, "I am convinced that some people inside our government about 9/11 knew that the attack was going to happen and allowed it to come to pass because it furthered their political agenda." Who are you talking about? Whose political agenda?
Whoever was in charge at that time. They knew about Osama bin Laden in May.
Are you saying the Bush administration?
Yep.
The Bush administration had a political agenda in allowing the 9/11 attacks to occur?
Well, it's not so, you know, look back in history. This isn't the first time. The Gulf of Tonkin, well, see, let me say this. The government has no credibility with me anymore. They lied about the Gulf of Tonkin incident. That didn't happen. That killed 58,000 of us in Vietnam, probably 1 million Vietnamese, and was the catalyst of the whole Vietnam War. I was teaching at Harvard in 2004 when McNamara came through and admitted the Gulf of Tonkin incident never happened.
Is it fair to say that your book does not conclusively offer conclusive evidence that these histories are incorrect?
I think it does. I think it offers a great deal of evidence. Now, as I said, it's like a jigsaw. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You're not, years have gone by. You're not going to fill in every hole of the jigsaw puzzle, but you're going to get enough pieces to where you get a picture.
And so what is your goal then in questioning all of these histories? My goal is this. I believe 100 years from now, I want people to be able to read that not all of us bought the stories.
that there was other people who felt the government did not tell the truth, and I want that to be out there 100 years from now, so that people understand that this was not a slam dunk on any of these conspiracies.
On that note, we have to leave it because we're out of time. Jesse Ventura, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Great to meet you. And the book is called American Conspiracies.